It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
But my bedroom is now an office.
That's the most common thing for parents to do with the extra bedroom.
Yeah, office or like a craft room or something.
Yeah, it's either like I'm gonna paint in here.
Room.
Yeah.
Mine's an office.
It's where they do the hobby that you ruined for them for the last 20 years. They're like, wow, now that you don't live here, I've got so much time to paint.
Oh my god, it's so true.
Right? That's what happens to your bedroom.
It becomes your parents' dream.
The dream that you ruined.
Yeah, you were not the dream.
I was an aspiring artist, but
before you came
then
along.
I had a child, and now I'm getting back to that. Welcome to the Rom-Com Rewind Podcast.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Devin.
And like you, I love rewatching movies over and over again.
And if you're here, you likely love romantic comedies. We do too. We should be friends.
So this is a show where we rewatch rom-coms, break them down a bit for you, maybe take a peek behind the curtain, dig beneath the surface, and decide, does it still hold up?
Today we have
13 going on
30. And this one's actually been requested a few times, most recently just because I have it in front of me on our Instagram. We got a DM from Sylvia asking for 1, definitely maybe, and 2, 13 going on 30. So we're getting this one done now. And make sure you're subscribed on Apple Podcasts if that is where you're listening right now so that you're updated on new episodes. Follow on Spotify and throw us a follow on Instagram. Obviously, we read all of our messages and we try to respond to everybody. It's at Romcom Rewind. So 13 Going on 30 is directed by Gary Winnick. He also made Bride Wars and Letters to Juliet. This was a massive movie back in 2004, one of the year's biggest selling DVD rentals. So Blockbuster was lit with this movie. This is the story of Jenna Rink, played by Jennifer Garner. But we don't see Jennifer Garner off the top. Now, this movie starts back in the year 1987 with a 13-year-old Jenna Rink. She has a best friend at school named Matt, who is also her next-door neighbor. He eventually is played by Mark Ruffalo. But she wants to be one of the cool girls. They're actually called the Six Chicks at their high school, and Matt is not a super popular person at school. So there's kind of a conflict between Jenna being really close with Matt, but she really wants to be a Six Chick as well. So at her 13th birthday party, through a mix of young team angstiness and a combination of some weird magic dollhouse dust, is that what happens?
Magic dust.
She somehow teleports herself to the year 2014. So Jenna Rink goes from being 13 to being 30. And she realizes she has everything. Sorry?
2004.
Oh, did I say 2004? I'll redo that. Laugh again at the dollhouse thing. Oh, no, I'm going to do it. And you. Oh, my God. You just. That was a really good fake laugh. Oh, you want me to fake laugh now?
Oh my God, I'm crying. Okay.
At her 13th birthday party, through a mix of young team angstiness in combination with some magic dollhouse dust.
Yeah, magic dust.
Okay. She somehow teleports herself to the year 2004. So Jenna Rink goes from being 13 to being 30.
I just want to be grown up.
And she woke up 17 years later.
Hey, sweet Bob.
You're naked.
Well, not yet.
Something really freaky is happening here. I slept in an apartment I've never seen before. There was a naked man in my shower, and I saw his...
She realizes she has everything she ever wanted. She has the job at the magazine Poise that she always wanted to work at. Her best friend is Lucy, who is the leader of the Six Chicks. She's dating a hockey player who plays for the New York Rangers. She has a flat in New York City. Seems pretty bougie. But she also realizes a few things. It turns out this version of Jenna Rink, not necessarily a very nice person. She realizes that coworkers are terrified of her. She's been horrible to people, involved in adulterous relationships, never sees her parents anymore. And she's not friends with Matt anymore. And this is the story of 13-year-old Jenna Rink living in 30-year-old Jenna Rink's body, living her life, realizing she didn't really become the person she wanted to, and perhaps finding some love along the way. What did you think about this movie?
I'm so happy we're doing this movie as one of the kickoffs to the new year. Happy New Year. I love watching this movie every time. It makes me think back to when I was 13 and thinking that when I turn 30, I'll be a real adult. Fast forward, I am 30, and when something happens, I still look around for an adult, and then I realize that no, I am in fact the adult around.
That is the most terrifying thing.
It is. I think it captures what being 13 is, and being 13 is really hard. You're in a very awkward stage at the age of 13.
100%.
Yeah, did you have an awkward stage?
I mean, not really.
Are you sure?
What?
I do recall you showing me photos of you having very long hair.
Oh, yeah, I had long hair back in the day.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but like just, dyeing it black and then having to cut it off because of teen rebellion.
You had to bring that up,
Teen
didn't
rebellion.
Yeah, you know what? I did have I wouldn't call it an awkward phase. I would call it an angsty, rebellious phase with a lot of black hair dye, which, hey, don't judge me too much. It was My Chemical Romance and The Used. It was the vibe back then. There was a lot of Billy Talent in my life, okay?
Oh, yeah, fair enough. That was like the time of MySpace.
Yeah, it was.
Right?
Yeah, and you had that black and white grainy photo of yourself,
Yes.
but you could still tell that your hair was dyed black as well. Yeah, I was like that. Yeah, my thoughts are that, I mean, the star of this movie is obviously Jennifer Garner, and I know you rolled your eyes, obviously, Devin, but, like, it's her face on the cover. There isn't a single scene without her. And she really pulls it off, the whole, like, I'm a 13-year-old kid vibe. She does it so perfectly that I believed it the whole way. Like, when she tries to call her parents, and they're on a cruise, and she's like, you went on a cruise without me? There are all these little tiny moments. Like, when she writes that note for her secretary, and then she throws it at her to find, like, Matt's address. The, like, naive 13-year-old performance really, I think it could have sucked because we've seen the body swap thing done so many times, like Hot Chick, Freaky Friday, Change Up. It's really easy, I think, for those movies to be bad. So I think the fact that Jennifer Garner did not suck, not only that, she actually thrived and was really great in this movie. I think I don't want that to be understated. Her performance was impeccable, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I think, like you said, I think they've been done a few times, and I do talk about it later on, but I think she did a really good job. I think the naivety of the 13-year-old in a 30-year-old's body, like she did a phenomenal job at it.
Did they just put all these like security cameras at high schools and watch what all these kids did? Because there were some moments that I thought, wow, that's great writing for a 13-year-old kid to be doing. I also dive into this later.
Yeah, so it's one of my quick facts, but she actually hung out with 13-year-olds.
Oh, she did. Okay.
To capture the essence of what a 13-year-old is and how they act and how their hormones and teenage angst is really there.
That makes me feel so good because that's what I thought, and I think you used the perfect word, essence. Yeah, there was an essence of 13-year-oldness in Jennifer Garner in this performance.
And Krista B. Allen, who plays younger Jennifer Garner, or Jenna Rink, she was 12, 13 when the movie was filmed.
Perfect age, yeah.
Yeah. Picture Day, love it or hate it?
Yeah, so the movie kind of opens on Picture Day. I hated Picture Day. Doesn't everybody hate Picture Day?
No, I loved Picture Day.
What?
Yes, I loved Picture Day. I got to
oh my God,
do
you're
my
so
hair,
lame.
And I got to dress all nice. However, though, there is a grade 7 picture of me, so I think I'm around 13. My hair is poker straight, and I really wanted it curly in my pictures, so I curled it.
Oh no. And
I went to school, but it rained that day, so by the time I got to school, my hair was flat, and I have the worst hair because it's like a weird, like, drenched rat looking photo. Like, my hair's kind of crimpy. The curl did not hold. It's like kind of weirdly waved, and I'm 13. Like, I didn't wear makeup yet. I just my uniform was like, buttoned up to the top button. Like, I was so awkward.
You were in a uniform school too, yeah.
So like, Definite awkward vibes for sure. And I will never forget that. I think I still have my student card and I'm like, oh, Sarah, no, it's so awkward.
Really? Do you actually have that student card?
I do, yeah.
I don't know if we're going to do this.
We're not going to do it.
What?
No,
You're
we're not.
already off. Do you know what I'm about to say?
Let's post it.
Yeah.
No, let's not.
I'll post my
No.
jet black hair,
No,
my Chemical
you
Romance look.
You enjoy showing everybody that. I don't enjoy showing everyone my awkward 13-year-old grade 7 photo of Sarah tried to curl her hair, but it rained that day.
If you really want to see this, why don't you fire us a DM at Romcom Rewind to convince Sarah, hey, this would be really fun to post this. Nobody's going to be mean. Everybody's really nice on our Instagram.
Oh my God.
Nobody's going to be mean to you about it. Think about it. Think it over.
Yeah,
Fire us a DM.
I'll think it over.
We also saw, did we see the first selfie ever? So at school, Matt takes a selfie with his, it's one of the old big cameras. I can't remember what they're called.
I like how you're calling it an old big camera because, I had one.
All those cameras are old and big. It has film in it.
Yeah, a camera with film.
So they do a selfie, and immediately I thought, is this the first selfie? Do you know?
Paris Hilton thinks that she actually coined the selfie.
So that's what I was going to say. So this movie came out in 2004.
Yeah.
The first quote-unquote selfie was apparently Britney Spears and Paris Hilton. When did that happen?
Ooh, 2003.
2002.
Ooh, okay.
So, I mean, it takes many months for a movie to be made. Was that selfie, did they shoot the selfie scene before or after Paris Hilton and Britney Spears did their selfie?
I also would like to bring up that I think Paris Hilton thinks she did the first selfie. I don't think she did do the first selfie.
This is a Devin quick fact. I'm mowing your lawn right now. I'm stealing quick facts from you. The first recorded selfie was from 1839.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a guy taking a picture with a very, very big camera in a mirror.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah. And it was like,
was he trying to figure out if he was a vampire or not?
Hey, maybe.
Seeing
Turns
if
out
he
he's
would
not.
show up.
Good job. You're not a vampire. At 1839, he was probably like, thank God. Oh my God.
So I think the actors and actresses that they found to play their younger selves was fantastic. I didn't, however, find that younger Maddie looked like Mark Ruffalo.
No, I would agree with that.
But I guess you can't get everybody perfect. Maybe he was a late bloomer, not overly cute in middle high school, but then got real hot when he got older. I read that he actually had to wear baggier clothes than normal. Some things that I read also said that he had to wear a fat suit.
Oh,
yeah,
poor kid.
I know. I don't. Yeah. So
why did they need to go over the top?
Why
with
did they
him
need to make him real awkward?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We want the most loserish kid. Got a great actor, but he's got to be fatter. Let's put a fat suit.
Yeah,
that's horrible.
Why? I think 13's awkward enough. Why do you need to make him,
Make
wear
that
a fat
kid
suit?
chubbier.
But yeah, Mark Ruffalo is really good looking. So
I mean, he's okay.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
what? No.
He's all right. What do you mean really good looking?
Well, I think he's really cute.
He's not like Ryan Reynolds level. He's not Ryan Gosling.
No, he's not Ryan
He's
Gosling.
not Jude Law.
I mean, I think he's really good looking.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I think he's cute.
Is it the nerdiness?
Maybe.
It's kind of like the awkward dorkiness, hey?
He's got some gray in his beard nowadays, which isn't bad either.
Oh, is that a good thing?
It's neither here nor there. It's there, so I'll take it.
If it's on Mark Ruffalo's face, I'll take it. Hey.
Did you have a group of popular people? Well, I think every high school had a group of popular people. Mm-hmm. But in this movie, like you said, they're called the Six Chicks. We never had a group of girls who was named who named their groups. That was funny that they had to name their group the Six Chicks. And Maddie points it out, you can't have 7.
Right.
So they actually kicked somebody out when Jenna went in.
That's pretty funny.
And it was Brie Larson.
I like how it's wait, Brie Larson was in this?
Yeah,
is that a quick fact?
It was.
Brie Larson was in this?
Yeah, she was one of the Six Chicks in the original storyline. And then when, in the alternate universe...
she got kicked out of the Six Chicks?
Yes.
No.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
Yep. So she has her 13th birthday and invites the 6 chicks and the cool kids.
Do you remember how that day opens, though? It's Jenna's dad walking in with this massive camera.
Yes.
Hey, sweetie. Tell us about your new life as a teenager, Jenna.
What did you do? Are you wearing a bra?
Go away!
It's the camcorder.
Yeah. Okay, I love that little nugget from the past because I think did your parents have like an absurdly large camcorder of some kind?
So we actually never had a camcorder, and growing up I always wanted one because I would go to friends' houses and they would show me videos of like family things, and I was just like, I was so excited to watch them because they were so funny, like the stupid shit that would happen.
I do find it funny that like I wish we could go back into the 80s and tell a few of these dads like, hey man, that big ass 20-pound thing you have slung over your shoulder, it's going to be replaced by the phone in my pocket pretty soon.
Yeah.
Better picture quality too. You'd be surprised.
Oh yeah, the fact that we have like these little phones that are 100 times better picture quality than what they had, that was like 10 times bigger. Okay, so she has her 13th birthday, like I said, and of course, with the cool kids, Maddie also comes. She so terribly wants to be popular and doesn't know what she has in front of her, i.e. Maddie. Like, I wish at 13 I could channel like the girl version of Matt and not worry about all of the pressures of being 13.
Yeah, there's so much pressure of being 13, but yet when you look back, you're like, none of that mattered.
Exactly.
Yeah.
None of it mattered. And I love how Maddie was just himself. We always want what we can't have, right? Like in that moment, Jenna wanted to so be popular, but in reality, what she really needed was Maddie and to go that route.
Well, she had a great friend.
Yeah, she did.
And she gave it all up for shittier friends.
Yeah, and you always want what you can't have, right? The grass is always greener. So back to my poker straight hair. I wanted curly hair, and so I got a perm in high school because clearly the grade 7 curling for picture day didn't work out for Sarah. So I went and got a perm in high school.
You got a perm.
I did.
Is there photo evidence of the perm somewhere?
There is photo evidence, but I asked my hairdresser to do like a loose beachy curl. So it was pretty
It's
tame.
not, like, tight.
It wasn't like ringlets.
Okay, it's not. Yeah.
It wasn't like Shirley Temple style. The only way that Jenna can be popular to the kids is by doing a group project for them. That was the only way the 6 chicks and the cool kids came to her birthday party. Obviously, she agrees to it.
So I told Chris Grandy me and the 6 chicks were going to your party tonight, and he said he wanted to come with.
Really?
Yeah, it's too bad we can't make it, because we really wanted to. Didn't we, girls?
We totally did.
So
We're
much.
so sorry.
Yeah, Miss Measley's totally up our butts with this group project proposal, and Chris is going to come over and help us out. So I guess he can't come either. I could write your report for you. Fabulous.
Fast forward to the party. They're there. Jenna goes into the closet for 7 minutes in heaven, thinking that one of the popular guys who she loves is going to be coming in. And when she comes out, everyone left with their group project.
Yeah.
Except for Maddie. And Maddie actually genuinely likes her.
Yeah.
And she pushes him away. Did you ever play 7 Minutes in Heaven?
Yep.
You did. I didn't.
You didn't?
No, I
What
don't
about
think so.
Spin the Bottle?
No, I don't think so.
God. What happened to you in high school?
Okay, so I always wonder in these types of movies how their lives in the alternate universe played out. And like this is one movie that you actually get to see it. Like Jenna in fact did live her life in the alternate universe of her being 30 because she didn't talk to Maddie after her 13th birthday. In a lot of the movies, they don't live their life. Like in Freaky Friday, for example, you don't know that there was a history that happened before Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan switched places, right? And I think in a lot of those movies, like you don't know, like I don't know if that makes any sense, but like when she wakes up and she's 30, she has no recollection of growing up, but everyone else around her does. And she gets these little pieces throughout the movie from Maddie being like, we are not friends. Like you literally told me that I was a loser. Goodbye. You went on to being everything you wanted. They remember all the last 17 years except for Jenna, which I thought was like a nice spin to the story though, because you don't often see that in any other like Switch movie. You actually in this movie get to kind of see what happens in both.
Yes, because then we see Maddie and Jenna getting married at the
Yeah.
end. Spoiler alert.
They get married. They end up together.
Yeah.
After the party, she gets sprinkled with the dust.
Get a little sprinkle of dust in here.
Sprinkle of dust. When she does wake up and she's 30, she has everything that she wished for. She's 30, flirty, and thriving. She's, like you said, an editor at her favorite magazine. She has her best friend, Lucy. She finds out from Maddie, who she hasn't spoke to since her 13th birthday, that she was popular, the prom queen, the leader of the Six Chicks. Sorry, Brie Larson. And she does find out throughout the movie that she is, in fact, a very horrible person.
Yeah, you know what? I love the moment right after the switch because we're seeing Jennifer Garner now. There's a fun drinking game. The drinking game is, I think her boyfriend's name is Alex Carlson. You drink every time Alex Carlson calls her sweet bottom.
Oh my God, he does say that a lot, eh?
4 times in a span of like 2.5 minutes. Once is too much. And actually, I think we could play a game.
Ooh, okay.
Rank the least sexiest relationship pet names.
The least. Okay.
I'm going to throw a few at you.
Mm-hmm.
Pumpkin.
I mean...
Hey, Pumpkin.
Pumpkins are not good looking. Like, I don't know if that's a compliment.
It shouldn't be a compliment.
Like a round bottom. Like, what are you trying to compliment?
Oh, are you comparing them to their butts or pumpkins?
Or they're
like,
rude. Well, that's my point.
Yeah.
It's not great. It's not
Peaches.
endearing.
Yeah. Snookums.
Okay, schnookums.
Sweet cheeks.
Sweet cheeks. Again.
Oh, you like that one. Sarah likes sweet cheeks.
Okay, I don't think it's the worst yet.
Pudding.
I don't like pudding.
Muffin.
Again, food. No.
Baby cake. Yeah, there's a lot of food things.
Of
honey
food.
buns, baby cakes.
Oh, honey buns is all right.
What? I hate that one the most.
Oh, you do hate honey buns.
Yeah, honey buns is
pudding
gross.
Is not.
Pudding. If you're not like a
what are you, a grandma calling your significant other pudding?
Hey there, pudding.
No.
Sweet bottom. Where does it fall? Is it top 3 worst? Sweet bottom's just kind of strange.
I think sweet bottom. Yeah, it's top 3 worst. Yeah. Yeah. So she has some weird interactions on her first day with her workplace, the coworkers.
Yeah.
Her best friend, Lucy, where she's just like, what is wrong with you? Her outfits are a bit out there, and that also leads into the dress up montage. Woohoo! Where she has like a wall full of like shoes and clothes, and then she pulls out the thong. And it's funny because like, did they have thongs in the 80s? Because like she was also 13, so why was she wearing a thong?
I was going to say, I don't think they had. We're going to sound really lame right now. Did they have thongs?
Well, I don't know.
In the
If
80s?
they did, I feel like
think
only
they did, though.
Adults did. Because like, so.
Well, yeah,
she's
regardless,
13.
she doesn't know what it looks like.
She doesn't know what it is.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if they monitored like 10th graders or 9th graders, because 30-year-old Jenna Rink, like you're talking about her moments with her coworkers, the fact that they're in a work meeting in like a really nice boardroom, Andy Serkis, the boss, is like tearing a magazine in shreds, and Jenna Rink sits down, and what does she do? Yes. She writes her name at the top right corner of the sheet that she's taking notes on. There are like little mini isms.
See, I thought you were going to talk about her putting the fruit roll up on her finger.
Oh, that's later.
Yes.
That's like near the end of the movie. Yeah, getting the fruit roll up wrapped around her thumb.
And then eating it off of the thumb.
Actually,
classic.
Do you remember when the body switch happens, the first words that Jenna Rink says?
No.
She yells for her mom. She's like, Mom!
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I know we already talked about it, how Jennifer Garner sat down with a bunch of 13-year-olds for this role, but man, like especially those first few scenes at her workplace, so comical.
She does have her best post New 30 interaction though with her neighbor Becky in the elevator, because she is in fact 13 and can relate to her.
That was a funny scene where she's like, I like your bag.
Yeah.
And Becky's like, I like your shoes. And she's like, can you tell that I'm wearing underwear right now? From the dress.
And she's like, I think that's the point.
Yeah. That was funny.
We get to the magazine party. So they're throwing this big party at this, I don't even know, like this hall, and which is quite the party, but no one's dancing. Again, 2000s fashion is in full swing. She realizes now that she is of age and can drink. Do you think like that's her first time being drunk? So would it be 13-year-old Jenna's tolerance or alternate universe 30-year-old Jenna's tolerance?
So it would definitely be, okay, here's how the algorithm works out.
Okay.
All right. 30-year-old Jenna, that's her tolerance, right? Because it's in her body. Okay. So the body has built up a bunch of tolerance. With that said, the 13-year-old mind probably hates the alcohol. Like, if she did a shot of vodka, she'd be like,
Oh, yeah.
but her body would handle it, though.
Right. Okay. I
Because her mind is not used to the taste.
Yeah, because I was confused. I was like, okay, is this her first drink? Like, imagine being drunk, your first time drunk at a work social.
Yeah, it is her first drink, but the body has tolerance.
Interesting.
Because it seemed like Jenna Rink, 30-year-old Jenna Rink, went pretty hard, it seems.
Well, yeah, she was drinking those pina coladas quite a lot.
But I mean,
She's
like,
down
all
in
of the all the comments about how, like, oh, were you at like a nightclub promoting our magazine or what? Like, it seemed like she lived a fun life.
So at the party, I really like the part at the party when the same poor guy gets hit with the end of the shrimp. So do you remember
I have
that?
no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so
he gets hit with shrimp.
Yeah, so Jenna walks into the party.
Who hits him with shrimp?
Jenna walks in and she grabs from one of the waiters a shrimp from a shrimp cocktail. She eats it and she takes it and she throws it over her shoulder. It hits this guy in the background and he's just like so confused. He's like, what was that? Oh my God. Later on, fast forward, she's just been downing these pina coladas. She takes the straw out of the drink, sucks the rest of it out, throws the straw over the balcony, and it hits the same poor guy.
I totally missed that.
Oh, yeah. Like, these little pieces of writing in the movie kept things like really light and funny, and I thought they were just like really nice little spots in the movie that were good.
I actually think I have a good reason for missing that. And actually, I can't be alone with what I'm about to say. Please.
Okay.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
You, listening, you have to be on my team here. I realized watching this movie that I have watched exactly the first 38 minutes of this movie maybe 100 times. 38 minutes exactly.
Why?
Because I paused the movie at the start of the Thriller dance scene, and I can never get over how uncomfortable it is.
Oh my God.
So honestly, I've watched this movie like maybe half a dozen times, but I've watched the first 38 minutes 100 times. And once we get to that scene, I'm like, this is uncomfortable. And I can't. I need to walk away or something.
Why? Do you have a secondhand embarrassment?
Yes. And the thing is, it's such an iconic scene, but genuinely, I can't get through it. Also, who knew the power of Thriller? Like, it can not only save, a party, because everybody's dancing afterwards.
It can save a party, clearly.
Apparently, it can almost also save a business.
Yes, it can.
Because her boss, Andy Serkis, was like, we need this party to go well or else the business is over. It's like, well, how bad is your magazine going that it all hinges on this party that was hinging on Thriller being a great dance-off or not?
Yeah, it's true. And who also invited the editor-in-chief from Sparkle magazine, their competitor?
Yeah, she just shows up.
Why is she there?
It's rude.
So ridiculous. We find out that her boyfriend, like you said earlier, is a New York Rangers. And what's his name again?
Alex Carlson.
It's such a small part of the movie that I kind of didn't even catch his name.
It's also an extremely apt name because I think there are, I kid you not, like 4 guys named Carlson in the NHL right now.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Well, it's a Swedish name, so there are, I think, 2 Swedes named Carlson.
Right.
And then there's an American named Carlson, and I'm sure I'm missing a Carlson somewhere. So there's about 4.
One with a K or one with a C.
Yeah, exactly.
So of course she wouldn't know who he is when in fact she is dating him, but just that he has a cute ass because everybody keeps saying, oh, you're dating the NHL player with a cute ass. She goes back to her boyfriend's apartment to play Battleship.
That
And
was cute.
poor Jenna not catching on to the drift that really, like, they're not going to play board games.
I feel like they could have picked a more punny board game like Operation or something.
Oh, that would have been a good one too. Although the Battleship one is kind of funny.
Yeah?
Does it mean that he has a big dick?
See, I would think Operation because it's like I'm going to poke you when you're naked. I don't know. It's been a while since I've played Operation. But
He does do a nice striptease for her.
He does. Okay, can I ask you a question though?
Okay.
Because here in Canada, we are a small country, but we produce a shockingly high number of 2 things.
Yes.
Pop music stars, Shawn Mendes, Bieber, Drake, The Weeknd, Alessia Cara, Avril Lavigne, many, many others. We also produce a bizarre amount of hockey players.
Don't forget Justin Bieber.
Oh, did I skip? No, I said Justin Bieber.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. We also produce so many hockey players. And I felt the moment where Matt meets
Yes.
Alex Carlson was a very like quintessential, oh my God, that's a hockey bro. When he's like, hey, like, you guys want an autograph? Like, I won't sign butts. And then he's like, I'm sorry, man. I'm just so psyched when we win a game, you know? It's like, this is a hockey player.
Yes. Quintessentially, it is like the essence of the hockey bro.
Good job, Alex Carlson. Or
Yeah,
whoever,
and I mean, he's
whoever
got a big
plays Al.
butt or a nice butt
That's
because he's a hockey player.
That's also a quintessential
Yeah,
hockey
is.
guy thing.
Yeah.
There was actually an article not long ago about how hockey players need specially made jeans. I'm not even kidding.
Stop.
There was like this New York Times editor who went with like
No.
5 or 6 hockey players to go pants shopping and how they genuinely couldn't fit into all these different types of
Oh
pants
my gosh, that's funny. I wonder if there's like,
because their glutes are so big.
yeah, they're huge.
Have you dated any hockey players? I know you went to high school with a guy who's in the NHL. We won't say a name.
Yeah. I think I've dated a few hockey bros, like I think, but
course.
not really. If you've ever seen Letterkenny, they also
Oh
capture the
my
essence
God.
of a hockey bro 100% too.
You ready for a Donnybrook, bro? Just gonna get some pucks deep and get in there and hit the boards hard, okay? You know?
Yeah, like it's definitely.
They're all the same.
They're similar, yeah. So a big part of this later half of the movie is that they have to rebrand the magazine because the competition, Sparkle, keeps getting their ideas and publishing a better version of it. Do we smell a rat? I think there's a rat.
Smells like a rat in here.
Anyway, Jenna finds out that Tom Tom, or Lucy, is still the same crappy person that she was when they were 13. Like anything changed.
Yeah.
And she's doing something on the side for her own editor-in-chief and will basically watch Jenna sink. Jenna overhears this, ditches, and goes back to her parents' home, which is really still her home because, in fact, she's still 13. Like, it's
In her
weird.
mind, it's still her home.
Yeah.
She goes back for a good cry back at her parents'
She
house.
does in the closet where
Yeah.
everything changed. And nothing, in fact, at the house has changed. The decor, including the wallpaper, is still the exact same. The only thing that really kind of moved was her room. Did your parents repurpose your bedroom when you moved out?
Yeah, I mean, they took a lot of my stuff out of it. Except, you know what's really embarrassing? They left a lot of the posters on the wall. So it was like, I'd go home and I'm like, oh, so my dresser's gone, my bed's gone, all this stuff is gone, but there's like an 04 poster of Lindsay Lohan on the wall.
Oh, I think there was. You're right.
Yeah.
There
It was
was.
like hockey players, Lindsay Lohan. So I'm like, you couldn't get rid of this, guys? Like, this is the most embarrassing thing in my room.
I had a poster of Orlando Bloom on my wall.
Oh.
Yeah, from Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
But my bedroom is now an office.
That's the most common thing for parents to do with the extra bedroom.
Yeah, office or like a craft room or something.
Yeah, it's
or
either like I'm gonna
a
paint in
multi-purpose
here.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
mine's an office.
It's where they do the hobby that you ruined for them for the last 20 years. They're like, wow, now that you don't live here, I've got so much time to paint.
Oh my god, it's so true.
Right? That's what happens to your bedroom.
It becomes your parents' dream.
The dream that you ruined.
Yeah, you were not the dream.
I was an aspiring artist, but
Before you came
then
along.
I had a child, and now I'm getting back to that.
So Jenna figures out how she wants to tackle the rebranding and hires Maddie to help her, since he actually ended up continuing with photography and became a professional photographer. I loved that part.
Peak mid-2000s, where you're talking about the photo montage.
Okay, so that is my favorite scene.
Where, okay,
So
oh
we
my
can-
God, is it my best scene too? Let me scroll. I kind of forgot. Yes, it is.
I have another best scene though too.
Do we have the same best scene again?
I totally thought you were gonna pick it better, like a different best scene.
Okay,
so.
wait. If you can tell me the song that's playing in that scene, you get that best scene. I'll concede it to you. Oh, you're singing it. No, sing it.
Isn't it? It's like Get a Load of Me. No, I can't.
Get a
sing.
load.
Is it Get a Load of Me?
Take a load off Annie.
No,
it's not.
okay. It's
I thought you had it at the beginning.
like I Hardly Know You. Yeah, that's what the song is. I can't remember what the song is called though.
I don't think you have it.
Okay, well, what is it? Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I think I won though.
So when Lucy presents her presentation, back to the rebranding.
Yes.
It's terrible. A terrible design, a terrible name. Heroin chic is awful. It is never good. That was never a good thing then, never a good thing now.
Wait, did she call it heroin chic?
Yes.
Oh my God.
It was the bad 80s and not something to joke about to begin with.
I forgot that it was called that.
Oh, it was
Well, that
awful.
she called it that. Excuse
Like
me.
as it's happening, I was like, oh my God, this was like the bad part of the 80s. And I was like, no, it's a terrible name. Like there's no jokes about that. So we all want to know who the mole is. Turns out it's Jenna.
Dun dun dun! It is Jenna.
I guess the old Jenna, the terrible Jenna, who
mean Jenna. Yeah.
Yes. Lucy finds out all of the letters. Who sends letters? In
Yeah.
2004. Why not send an email?
Also, why would you leave the evidence in your office desk?
Yeah, I mean, Lucy's a shitty person. She's looking for something. Like this whole part, I was like, oh, I hate this part. I hate the part where everything just crumbles.
But like, it's different than most romantic comedies where you find out that the protagonist is actually the bad guy.
Yeah.
In a lot of different ways.
Jenna has been giving Sparkle magazine all of the information to beat Poise magazine, and she was going to become editor-in-chief at Sparkle magazine.
Sparkle, yeah.
So Lucy, the shitty person that she is, she steals Jenna's most recent presentation and designs, gets Maddie to sign his photographs off, leaves Poise to go over to Sparkle, and uses everything in the new issue. I was so pissed. I was
You're
so
upset.
mad. I was like, no. And I mean, I knew it was coming, but still.
I think that moment, there was something very poignant about the fact that like 13-year-old Jenna Rink wanted to be the editor-in-chief at Poise so badly, and then when she jumps into 30-year-old Jenna's body, she realizes like, oh my God, I have the job of my dreams. But like, obviously the path that led her to get there, I don't know, it had soured her soul so much that she actually didn't want that job anyways.
Well, did the sour soul begin at her 13th birthday?
Yeah, exactly. The souring of her soul.
In the end, this 30-year-old Jenna is not all it's cracked up to be, is what she figures out. She doesn't have any real friends, doesn't talk to her parents, is a pretty crappy person, loses the love of her life, Maddie, because he is in fact engaged to somebody else to get married.
Yeah.
And her job doesn't seem to be working out quite well.
No, exactly.
Quick facts.
Quick facts, let's do it.
So Jennifer Garner was directly offered the lead role shortly after she won the Golden Globe for her role in Alias in 2002. Krista B. Allen was cast as young Jenna because she looked so much like Jennifer Garner did as a teenager. Krista also went on to play Garner's younger self again in the movie Ghosts of Girlfriends Past in 2009.
Oh, so cool. She was great.
She was really, really good. So again, Krista B. Allen said that the most embarrassing scene to film was the one where she had to fill her bra with tissues.
That's hilarious.
Yes. In real life, Jennifer Garner and Judy Greer are friends.
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah.
They seem to have, like, aside from these two characters, they have, like, a similar kind of vibe.
Yeah, and I feel like they have good chemistry.
Yeah.
The Six Chicks group had some serious star power in it. Ashley Benson went on to play her role in the successful TV series Pretty Little Liars.
Oh, whoa!
Yes. Yeah, like I said, Academy Award winner Brie Larson was in the Six Chicks before Jenna kicked her out.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
The thriller scene ended up being a little bit controversial. Mark Ruffalo almost didn't take the role of Maddie because of this scene.
Why?
He said in a 2004 interview with Black Film that the dancing was horrible, that he couldn't get up to do those scenes. Like, he just did not want to do it. He had hours of dancing with a dance coach, but he still didn't want to do the scene. So when Jennifer literally is dragging him onto the dance floor,
it's accurate.
He literally was being dragged.
I don't want to do this. That's fair, though.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm a really great actor and they're like, can you do a dance sequence to Thriller?
Yeah, like I am not a good dancer.
No, I don't want to do that. Just let me act.
Yes, I would hate to do that. We used to have to do mandatory dance class when I was doing gymnastics, and I was always put at the back because I was really bad.
Oh no, you're one of those where you're like, could you just stand behind the curtain there? Could you dance behind the curtain so nobody can see you?
I wish I could have danced behind the curtain. I hated it.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Many actors in this film have since gone on to play in many Marvel movies.
Well, Brie Larson.
So I'll run through them.
Okay.
Jennifer Garner plays Elektra.
Oh, that doesn't really count.
Well, it's a Marvel movie. Because she played in 2 of them, actually, as Elektra.
God. Well, she was Elektra in Daredevil, I thought, right?
She was Elektra in Daredevil, but she also had her own movie.
Elektra, yeah.
Mark Ruffalo obviously plays the Hulk.
Hey, that's a good movie.
Brie Larson is Captain Marvel.
That's another good movie.
Judy Greer is in Ant-Man as Maggie Lang.
Oh, my God. Whoa, what a good get, Sarah.
Yes. And finally, Andy Serkis was in Avengers Age of Ultron.
We're going to talk a lot about Andy Serkis.
Yes, he was also in Black Panther.
You know what? Can I do my Andy Serkis thing right now?
Sure.
You know what? Actually, this is another Devin quick fact. Maybe I'm ruining this for you. Do you have anything else about Andy Serkis?
No, you're good.
Okay. Andy Serkis is the boss, both in real life, in like a figurative sense, but also he is the boss of Poise magazine in this movie. And he is spectacular. And I think we need to note the significance of the timeline. Do you know who else Andy Serkis would have been playing around the time when this movie came out?
So I can't completely remember, but he played Gollum, right?
Gollum and/or Schmeagol from Lord of the Rings. So the last Lord of the Rings movie came out in December of 2003. 13 going on 30 comes out 4 months later in April of 2004. He is not my honorable mention, but I think he deserves to be mentioned.
Very cool.
Because Andy Serkis, I think, is like one of the all-time greatest, like, method. You have a really weird role. He's your guy. I wish he did more stuff like this. I'm going to dive into that a little bit later on. But, like, we just need more, like, strange, eccentric characters from Andy Serkis that isn't, like, Gollum. You're the bad guy in a Marvel movie. Yeah. Or, like, you're the bad guy in, like, a fantasy thing or a sci-fi thing. Or, like, you're out in space and here's Andy Serkis and he's angry about stuff, you know? Anyway, keep going.
There is a deleted scene where Jenna goes to see a doctor at Maddie's request to figure out why she's acting the way she is. During the appointment, the doctor says, obviously, that there's nothing wrong and compliments her tattoo. I guess she freaks out that she has, in fact, a tattoo.
Oh, that's funny.
Mm-hmm, but it was cut.
Oh, that's really funny. Why was that cut?
I don't know.
You convinced me just now talking about it.
I know. Judy Greer never saw the similarities between her younger self who played her, Alexander Kyle, and herself.
She was like, that kid doesn't look like me.
Even though every single other person believed that it was great casting because they thought they looked so much alike.
They do look so much alike, Judy. I'm sorry. I disagree with you.
Yeah, even Greer's mom said, told her that she was blown away by how much the actress looked like her daughter. In the movie, Judy Greer improvised a lot of her lines. They actually thought she was a comedic genius. Well, I think she is. But a lot of times they'd run through scenes and then they'd look to Judy and say, like, okay, was that funny? Could it be funnier? Like, what could we add? So they'd like reach out to her or they'd direct the jokes to her a lot to see how they
She's
could
like
make
the
it funnier.
director of comedy for this movie. Was that funny, Judy?
Yeah.
Oh, she didn't like that one. She didn't like, we got to take out the tattoo scene. Judy didn't like it.
She also didn't see herself as the villain in this movie.
Judy Greer's so strange in this movie. Like, that kid doesn't look like me. Everybody's like, it definitely looks like you. Like, so I'm the good guy, right? No, you're definitely the bad guy. But also, could you just let us know when things are funny and not funny? Thanks.
So the movie almost decided not to cast the actors to play the younger versions of themselves. They almost asked the actors themselves, so like Judy Greer and Jennifer Garner and Mark Ruffalo, to play their younger selves.
Ooh, no, that wouldn't have worked.
Thank God they decided against it because I don't think that would have worked very well.
No. You know, I think about Just Friends. They did that with Just Friends where Ryan Reynolds plays high school Ryan Reynolds.
Grade 12 high school, right? Senior.
I was going to say they pulled it off a little bit better because of that.
Yeah. Whereas like asking, somebody who's an adult to play a 13-year-old, that's like a little too far-fetched.
Yeah, it's too far.
Yeah. The movie was shot in New York City, all around the city in different places, including Central Park. And a lot of the time there were hundreds of tourists watching them film.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so it was really, really busy while they were filming. In the closet in Jenna's parents' basement, there are real pictures on the back of the door of Jennifer Garner when she's a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So keep an eye out for that when you're watching it. In the movie, you realize that when Jenna turns 30, it's exactly 13 minutes into the movie.
Whoa.
I'm surprised you didn't catch that because you're pretty good at catching at like certain points in the movie of like time frames. Yeah.
Wow, good job. Yeah, I did not notice that.
On Jenna's 13th birthday, there's a framed picture of Madonna on her table. And in her 30-year-old self, she has the same photo, but this time it's signed by Madonna.
That's right. She thought it was so cool. She's like, I'm friends with Madonna.
I'm friends with Madonna.
Oh, my God.
The sleepover scene almost didn't happen.
Wow. Why not? That was...
So the director felt it took away from the Jenna and Maddie love story part of the movie, but later admitted that it was one of the best scenes in the movie.
Yeah. It's my honorable mention. Not quite best scene, but close.
Rick Springfield attended the premiere as a way of thanking the producers for playing one of his songs in the movie.
Aw, Rick. That's adorable.
The dress that Jenna wears on the cover of the DVD, the polka dotted one, was never in the film. So there's a few poster versions of the movie. There's the one with her like slip dress. That one obviously she wears when she wakes up. But there's another version of the poster where she's wearing a polka dot like colorful dress that is not in the movie. During the conference scene, young Felicity Jones appears on several covers of Poise and Sparkle behind Andy Serkis.
Oh wow!
When they're comparing all of the versions of like the last 6 or 9 months, all of the magazines having the same person. One of them is young Felicity Jones. The magazine was going to be called Sizzle before they landed on the name Poise.
Sizzle.
Thank God.
Because then it would be Sizzle and Sparkle. Don't love that.
Yeah, no. Thank God they chose Poise. When Jenna first gets to Poise as the 30-year-old, her assistant says that Eminem is on the phone and needs a decision. She yells out saying, "Plane, peanut, plane," thinking her assistant is actually talking about the candy.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Candy M&Ms. She wouldn't know who the rapper Eminem is yet.
That's so... Wow. I didn't even notice that. I thought she was just randomly yelling words.
Well, she does, like I did catch, plane, peanut, plane. And I was like, why is she saying peanut? But it is in fact because Eminem is on the phone, not the candy.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Best scene.
Well, this is a struggle because we both have the same best scene.
I have another best scene.
Okay, so my best scene, and also Sarah's other best scene, is when Jenna Rink hires Matt to be the photographer for her project with Poise. We have our classic romantic comedy montage moment where it's the two of them going from photo shoot set to photo shoot set.
So
but
cute.
it's the thing that gives it a little bit of spice, a little bit of flavor is what I was talking about before. It's the song Why Can't I by Liz Phair blaring in the background. It's like peak mid-2000s. We have this female vocalist, pop, punky, really to hammer home, like, hey, this moment right here, we want you to feel things right now. And hey, mission accomplished.
It worked.
I felt things.
I kind of I teared up.
So I did rewatch that scene. I didn't tear up, but it just felt so nostalgic and
100%.
good and tastes good, like chicken noodle soup. Tastes so good. It's good for your soul.
It is good for your soul. Yeah, get a load of me, get a load of you, walking down the street, and I hardly know you. That's the first line of the song.
Oh, really?
Yes, I was singing it.
Oh,
God.
I was
Not
looking
well.
for chorus. Yeah,
I was
no,
not
it wasn't
singing it
good.
well.
Even just now, you didn't sing it well. I still didn't know what you were talking about. I just thought you were saying words.
No. Okay, so my best scene was that. I loved it. It's literally my favorite part of the movie. It's just really, really cute. You can kind of tell that they're starting to really like vibe together. They're falling for each other. I just loved it. The other scene that I really liked is, in fact, the thriller scene.
Oh God,
when
it's so uncomfortable.
Of this movie,
no, don't get me wrong.
I think of this scene.
It is the most iconic scene. Like, everybody knows that scene from this movie.
100%. Like I said, I'm not a good dancer, but I have always wanted to learn this dance since the movie came out. They're really good at dancing. Like, they're really good at the dance. You even get the moonwalk in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They do a little moonwalk.
Andy Serkis does the moonwalk at the end.
Oh, man. Andy Serkis.
Yeah. Saves it.
Honorable mentions. Not only did we see a glimpse of life from 1987 to 2004, but we saw a taste of 2020 or 2021 in some of those 2004 scenes. What I'm talking about is the moment near the end after Jenna Rink and Matt, they've been hanging out, and then Jenna is with that group of 13-year-old girls. She's telling them this tale of love, and one girl says, "Nobody will love me. I'm a brace face." What does Jenna do?
Doesn't she start singing?
She starts quoting the lyrics to Pat Benatar's 1983 hit, "Love is a Battlefield."
Great song.
She says, "Hey, we are young."
What is that attitude? We are young. Heartache to heartache we stand. Love is a battlefield.
And then the girls are so awe-inspired by such poignant words. And she's just quoting this song, and then they play the song, and it's all fun, and they're dancing around. And it kind of reminded me of how, like, you know, one day we were all just minding our own business, and this guy on TikTok goes skateboarding down the street with a bottle of Crystal Light. And
no, it's not Crystal Light. It's Ocean Spray cranberry juice.
That's right. It's he's skateboarding with a huge bottle of Ocean Spray with some Fleetwood Mac, and collectively, seemingly, an entire generation said, "Whoa, hold on, what's this Fleetwood Mac stuff? This is awesome." And the rest of us are like, "Yeah, it's awesome." And they're like, have you heard about dreams? And we're like, "Yeah,
oh my God,
we
yeah.
know what dreams are." And they're like,
Welcome.
"Rumors, such
Welcome,
an amazing..."
guys.
Yeah, and you're like, "Welcome." It kind of felt like that moment with her quoting Pat Benatar to these 13-year-olds kind of felt the same as this guy like playing Fleetwood Mac and all these kids being like, "Oh, Fleetwood Mac's amazing." And we're all like, "Yeah."
That is a really good comparison.
They are amazing.
Yeah, they are
know.
in fact fantastic.
I just thought it was funny. It felt very TikTok-y to me.
Yes. Okay, so my honorable mention is also kind of like a flashback, but okay, so I think they did a great job capturing the essence of the 80s and the early 2000s.
Okay.
They did a great job with, you know, the hair of the 80s, the clothes, the big camcorder, the music, you know, the cassette tapes, the wallpaper. Oh my God. Like, you know, that terrible dusty rose color and that weird green. Oh yeah, it was fantastic. For the 2000s, they did the same. It was so great. The clothes, the low-rise jeans, the thongs hanging out, the super straight hair with the guys with spiky and frosted tips. You know, the dress shirts with the buttons down the front with like just the top two buttons undone. Music,
little frizzle of chest hair in there, maybe.
Music was on point. You know, her outfits, I said, you know, before, they were a little out there. But my question, like, I guess looking back, it was in 2004. Were these styles in fact, in 2004? Like,
Are you kidding?
So I'm looking back now, being like, oh my God, the outfits are a lot. They're not in style. But were they in style then? Yes.
Yes, they were.
Probably my biggest question of the movie is that it's the chopsticks in the hair.
Right.
I remember saying to myself in 2004, "Oh, those are cool. I really want those in my hair."
The easiest way to play this game is to think about who were the biggest artists in the early 2000s and just look at what they were doing, because if you look at any photo shoot of NSYNC or the Backstreet Boys, you're probably going to see all of those things that you mentioned.
Well, and you know what's funny is, like, I was thinking about it as I was doing this, as I was writing all of this and putting it together and saying, oh my God, this was when Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake were dating, or shortly thereafter.
The denim tuxedo. The Canadian tuxedo, excuse me. Yes. Oh my God. What should have been? We both have one for like Lucy. Judy Greer is the only person who really didn't end up with somebody who we think could end up with somebody. Mm-hmm. I'll go first because I've got something else for what should have been.
Okay.
Judy Greer, a.k.a. Lucy, should have ended up with Antonio from The Princess Switched again.
Oh.
Remember, the
bad guy.
He tries to steal the throne from one of the Vanessa Hudgenses. I can't really remember.
One of the three.
He's very morally ambiguous. He will cut anyone in his way to get ahead. He's career-driven, he's status-driven, and he's good-looking. I think these are all things that Lucy values.
Wow, I think that's a really good comparison.
Yeah.
Mine is Lucy should have ended up with Ryan Reynolds' character from Just Friends, Chris Brander.
Oh,
when he was like a successful asshole,
right before he gets good.
Yes, before he becomes like nice self from high school.
Before he goes back to his hometown.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Right.
I have a second little like 0.5. Andy Serkis I feel like he really got pigeonholed into the, hey, you're a weird guy, you do weird stuff. Can you be the creepy Gollum character? Can you be the... Did you know he did the motion capture for the main ape in Planet of the Apes?
Yes, I did know that.
But like him as the eccentric boss in this movie who's like way too intense, I loved him. And what should have been is that Andy Serkis should have gotten more of these roles. Like I'm picturing him as the like New York Times editor in Hitch, you know, Eva Mendes' boss.
Oh, yeah.
He could play that role really, really well. Or like an owner of the design company in That Awkward Moment.
Like a guy version of The Devil Wears Prada.
100%.
Yeah.
Give me some of those roles for Andy Serkis. He doesn't always need to be the bad guy who's like weird and crazy. Like you can make him the male Meryl
Suave,
Streep.
Yeah.
Kind of like the out there but the boss.
Yeah, I like it.
I loved him in this.
Thirst Factor.
Wow. Okay, so we have Mark Ruffalo. What do you got?
I got 9.7.
A 9.7? Shut up. He's not that good looking.
Well, I think he is.
I don't see what you... How can you give Mark Ruffalo a 9.7 and
Okay.
ignore Kevin Bacon as David Lindhagen?
Stop right now. That is nowhere even close. Are you kidding me? They're not on the same planet. They are on different
God,
planets.
we're going to fight over this.
Oh my God. The fact that you think that, no, I'm sorry. No.
Okay.
No. Rewatchability. I have a 9.8.
Oh my God, that's
I
high.
love this movie. It is so good.
I gave it an 8.6.
Wow, who are you?
I know, just because most of the time I don't get through the full movie because the thriller scene is so cringy. It's so uncomfortable.
Okay, so I don't find it that uncomfortable.
Right, and I think that's the difference.
Yeah.
Like you really enjoy it. I mean,
Yes,
dance
I
scenes
do.
for me in general, unless it's going to be really good, I get uncomfortable.
There can only be a few dance scenes. Like, you can't have... Like, I don't want it to be like a dance movie.
Like, listen, if you have Adam Devine and Rebel Wilson, two great singers who can dance, hey, have a friggin' dance. Like, throw the dance scene in. Why not?
You just felt the uncomfortableness.
I
in
felt
that.
Mark... You know what? The fact that Mark Ruffalo was uncomfortable with that scene, I get it, because I'm uncomfortable watching him doing that scene.
Aw.
So, yeah, I'll give it an 8.6.
He was pretty good.
Oh, he was fine.
I have to say, he was better than me.
Good job, Mark Ruffalo. And this has been the Rom-Com Rewind of 13 going on 30. If you are listening to us on Apple Podcasts, please subscribe. On Spotify, give us a follow. And as well, follow us on Instagram at Rom-Com Rewind if you have Instagram, because we love interacting with people. We love when you suggest things, because we love to watch things.
Thanks for listening.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No